Good morning, campers. It's time to wake and shake and rise and shine. Welcome to Camp
NOMS podcast.
Yeah! Which, of course, NOMS podcast stands for
Nerding Out with Matt and Shannon.
That's right. I am Shannon Thundering Cloud.
And I'm Magus Thundercloud.
Wait, what? That's your super secret camp name?
What? That was mine.
Why? Super secret camp name.
Oh, well.
This is not cool. I'll see you later at the javelin toss.
That's right.
Speaking of dangerous things, today is all about camp. Matches. I want to hear, tell me some brief little recaps and anecdotes and bon mots about your life in camp as a young lad.
Okay, I went to camp every stinking year.
Starting
year.
Every year starting at 5.
I don't remember. No, we went to Young Musicians Camp, and then we went to Music Arkansas or whatever it was called here at OBU. It was at OBU every year. So,
that's where you met our good sweet friend Ellen, right?
Yeah, Ellen and her dad. Yeah. Yep.
Awesome,
they both rest in peace. Yes, they were great.
Yes, wonderful people. Wonderful people. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so was it mostly music camps that you went to?
Yeah, I went to band camp a couple of years, but it was at the same time. Yeah, it was really naughty. It was just like American Pie.
You're not kidding, are you?
I was scared the entire time. Yeah. It's a nightmare.
What is happening to innocent Matches?
That's right. But
Matches is like, what is this feeling?
Yeah, choir camp was much safer. We had a good time there. I remember they had kind of a house system. So we had different teams everybody was on. So they would
like Gryffindor.
Kinda, yeah. They would say points away from here, or the music police would give us like music notes. Like they'd write us tickets or whatever and say, okay, well, you're getting more points because you helped somebody. You're getting less points because, and it just kind of made the spirit of the camp, there was a nice sense of rivalry and, and camaraderie.
Yes, and also you were constantly being watched.
We were.
Much like we are now. That's awesome. So you didn't
one year we almost got kicked out, though.
Well, tell me about that. Or can you? Is there a lawsuit?
There was this thing every year that they would say, guys can go in the girls' dorm if they're helping them with their luggage. On the first day only.
They had the same rule at OBU for the college. You could be in a girl's... Yes.
It wasn't true for the campers.
No, it wasn't, was it?
No,
Wait,
we
what?
had so much trouble.
It was a trick?
Oh, yeah. Richard Wade called us into his office, and it was the scariest thing. They were going to have to, call our parents and send us home, and it was a trick. Yeah, it wasn't true.
Somebody pranked you?
Well, they said it every year. And we were too scared to try it, but that year we were like, we're going to do it. We're going to help these girls get that luggage right up those stairs.
Oh my gosh. So this was an elaborately planned out prank.
I don't know. I think it was just the rumor going around. It wasn't just a prank from one person. It was just everyone said it every year, I heard this was true. So why don't we just knock on wood? Let's go,
It's like if you wink at one of the cafeteria workers, you can get an extra chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah. It was scary.
My gosh. At the actual OBU that I attended for a few years, that was the rule. You were only allowed on the girls' hall if you were helping them move.
And
so you can guarantee that on Sunday afternoons, Shannon would hang around and be like, can I help you bring your stuff back to your room? But here's where the story gets very Shannon-like. When I would help my female friends take their stuff to the room, a girl would come out of the room 9 times out of 10 and be like, oh, man on the hall, it's just Shannon. It's just Shannon, everybody. Don't worry. And I'd be like, yeah, it's me.
Are you sure that was a real rule? You just did not get in trouble, maybe?
No. You can actually do that. That was the only time you were allowed in the girls' hallways.
Okay. Did you wear that little wig that you put on sometimes?
Yeah, I did. Say, hello, my name's Mrs. Shannonfire. How are you? I'm the new house lady.
Yeah, something like that. Anywho.
Tea and biscuits. Well, my camp stories
go ahead.
are a little bit like that. I started off back in the day in 7th grade going to Camp Tanaco in Hot Springs, which is a Bible camp, a Christian camp. And I know that doesn't sound fun, but it is the most fun. Okay.
Is that the one our friend Nick went to Tanaco?
I don't know. Maybe Tanaco was big. It's in Hot Springs. I think it's on Lake Catherine.
Wow.
And the
I never
funny
got to
thing
go to a
is-
real summer camp was my only thing.
Oh, I got you in a cabin we had nice cabins in the woods,
that's what I
but there was
wanted.
lots of stuff built, like we had vending machines and tennis courts and pool. So we never swam in the lake, but there were canoes.
And now they have pickleball, I think.
Well, probably they do now. Yeah. And the funny thing about Camp Tanaco is across the lake was another camp, and laugh all you want, but it was the FFA camp, Camp Couchdale, that FFA teams every year would go to camp, and then they'd have leadership conventions. I did. And you know what's funny? I crossed both sides of the lake. I did both.
Did you really?
Yes. Well, I started off in Tanaco. Okay, so here's where the story starts. My sister was the first one to go when I was in 6th grade and she was in 7th grade. So it was right before her 7th grade year. So me and my mom go to pick her up that day because it was family day and they could show you all their arts and crafts and stuff. And we got to eat in the cafeteria with them. That was fun. So as I'm standing out there, a friend my sister had made looks at me and looks at her and she goes, "Is that your brother?" And on the inside, I'm like, "Yes, it's my time." And my sister goes, "Yes." And her friend goes, "I feel sorry for you." And little skinny Shannon was like, "Mom, I'll see you in the cafeteria."
Oh my God, that's perfect. That is like timing.
Oh man, I went for 2 years at Tanaco. I had so much fun. Here's the funny thing. It is a Christian camp. It's you get to sing, you get a little bit of Bible lessons along with like lots of outdoor fun and stuff. Ooh. That was where I had my very first kiss. My first real kiss.
Scandalous.
That's right. With the girl who hated me publicly. That's right.
Who said that?
I don't know who is in my headphone. It's about to get steamy, y'all. We hold hands. No. I'm not going to say her name. Let's just say her name rhymed with Rachel. And don't worry, I don't know where she's at. Anyway, had my first kiss. She acted like she hated me to everybody. And secretly, she would bring me in for little kissy sessions. So I think I was being used, but I liked it.
Okay, that's cool.
Years later, I started going to choir camp, like you talked about, at ASU in Jonesboro. And it was so much fun. But here's the thing. When my parents got me there to Jonesboro at Arkansas State University, it's on top of Arkansas, right? We're from Southwest Arkansas at the bottom. There is not a single school or anyone there from Southwest Arkansas. So I didn't, it was mostly kids from Missouri, which was cool. I'm no stranger to making friends. But I was the only kid from my area there. So I was a little nervous, but the guy that I was rooming with, him and his friends, they assured my mom, we will take care of him, take him under our wing. And they really did. They made me feel welcome. They brought me along to everything. And everyone I introduced myself to, it was 1992. You got to remember this. Pauly Shore was at his peak. So I thought, the best way I can make friends is just be myself, be a silly, wacky do. So I would introduce myself as, "Hi, I'm Shannon, but you can call me the Weasel." Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah. I remember the story.
Now, yes, I don't know if I've told it on the air yet, but for the next 4 years, I was the Weasel. And now to a small section of kids from Missouri or people my age, they know me as Weasel.
That's great. That's great. Oh, well.
Why are we telling camp stories, Natchez?
Well, we're telling camp stories because tonight's movie, Shannon, it's a little slice of life film. It's a little nugget, a little chestnut of, I don't know. It's called Indian Summer. Indian
Summer, a movie that I am going to guess a lot of our audience may not know, or you might. It's one of those, it's one of those sneak at you last minute movies. It was one of the movies they used to release, from like winter to spring, from like January to March, where they'd kind of put out their movies that weren't terrible, were semi-good, or were terrible, and they just put them out there in the market. It was a comedy drama, and I'll let you tell the people all about it, because we're not just going to have me and you talk about Indian Summer, a movie that I particularly am a big fan of, and you had never heard of. Is that right?
I had heard the name before, but I don't know the movie.
Written and directed by Mike Binder, who I would say this is probably the best thing he's ever done, because Mike Binder is not, and I know that sounds weird because this movie's a hoot. Mike Binder, I don't think you know him.
Is it a hoot?
I think it's a hoot. I think it's a low-key hoot. It's a feel-good low-key. Yeah. We'll see what you think about it, too. Mike Binder is known for directing some films like The Upside of Anger with Kevin Costner and Joan, not Joan Plowright, the English lady, but Joan Allen and Kevin Costner.
Okay.
Don't know if you've seen that movie, Upside of Anger. He also acts occasionally.
We got to roll that beautiful B-roll footage to get into the movie.
I'm ready to roll that beautiful bean footage for Siskel and Ebert, our buddies. Let's do it.
Roll that bean footage.
Here it comes. Oh, I can feel it. Ow! My hand stuck in the popcorn popper. I love it.
It's
Now,
so good,
you might be
man.
wondering, Shannon and Matches, or Matches and Shannon, or as we're commonly known, Abbott and Frostello. Do you do this show by yourselves? Do you just do it on your own? Do you just pick movies and do you pick them apart and pull them together? Matches, what's the answer?
Yes. But no,
Oh,
I'm just kidding. We can't do this alone. We do this with the help of our friends Siskel and Ebert.
we can't do this all by ourselves. We're no Superman. That movie was awesome.
Oh, God.
Yes, we do this with Siskel and Ebert. Explain to the peoples, if they don't know if they're listening for the first time or if they've just been zoning out of the whole podcast, who is Siskel and Ebert, or who was?
Siskel and Ebert were two of the biggest critics of all time, cemented in pop culture through their love for each other and hate for each other during reviews.
Yeah. They would have some disagreements that would be legendary. And then they'd be on the same page, both hating it or both loving it.
Giddy as little cherubs. Yeah.
Oh, man. I loved it when one of them would have a thumbs down and one would have a thumbs up on the same film.
Oh, yeah, man. You never knew what you're going to get name called.
You were like, let the sparks fly.
What is wrong with you?
My. Well, Ebert, I guess you don't know what a film is.
I don't.
Yeah, well, they did. So we're going to get their help with Indian Summer. So I believe, Matches, you have what they call in the film industry a synopsis.
That's right. Synopsis.
Lots of detail.
Isn't that right?
Tell them a synopsis. I readjusted my seat.
Here we are in Indian Summer, which is an antiquated, which means the summer goes on a little longer than normal.
That's what it means. I thought it meant it was hotter in a month it's not supposed to be. Like a fake summer.
Well, that like too. It's going to be hotter a little longer, this year, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And let's see. A group of childhood friends now in their 30s reunite at camp at Tamaqua. Right?
Oh, I was about to say, I'm ready. I'm ready to say it is Tamaqua.
Only a few of the original campers show up, but they still have a good time reminiscing. The people share experiences and grow while at camp. They are dismayed to discover that the camp's owner, Uncle Lou, is going to close the camp down.
Wah, 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 and throw himself in the lake. No, he's not. We'll talk about that, but he doesn't. Yeah, Indian Summer, like I said, 1993, written, directed by Mike Binder, who has done a lot of stuff. This is the only thing by Mike Binder that I like. Upside of Anger was okay. A terrible show on HBO in the early 2000s called The Mind of the Married Man. And yeah, basically he was married to Mariel Hemingway and wanted to constantly cheat on her in here. And it could have been a funny Herman's Head, with like HBO's type raunch, and it was not anything good.
Oh,
let me put it this way. It was like the 90s when Showtime was trying to be HBO and they couldn't. It was like a Showtime show in the 90s.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not like the one in 2000s, which, by the way, stars one of our stars of Indian Summer.
Yeah, Elizabeth Perkins. Man, did she always look 45 years old? Did she come out of the womb asking for a manager? I just can't imagine her.
You think she looks like she's asking for the manager?
She's wonderful. She's beautiful. She's always been that like older classic look,
Yes. Like, what are you doing in this room? It's for adults, and she's got a cigarette.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to talk about this wonderful cast after the review. So you said you heard the title, but you never sought it out. Maybe you saw the video at the video store, in that little section.
Maybe. Yeah, I know I heard it. Maybe I heard it on a review of Siskel and Ebert's review. Who knows?
Oh, maybe you did. I don't think I saw the episode with this one. I remember the next year seeing it on Showtime. And of course, Showtime I had Showtime. That's how I know about the shows. They would show a movie like almost every day, and once a day, sometimes twice. And they ran Indian Summer for a few months, and I was like, this is as good as I thought it was going to be, which I thought was wonderful. I liked it. I really liked this movie.
It's good. It's a sweet little gem. It's a little darling of a movie. Yeah.
Do what? I'm sorry.
It's a little darling of a movie.
I thought you said it's a little dollop of a movie.
Oh, I love that too. It's a dollop.
Do a dollop of a movie.
That's right.
So, what do you think Siskel and Ebert are going to have to say about this movie? Do you think they'll go meh, or do you? I mean, they probably won't enthusiastically like it because it is a comedy, but it's not a like bust your gut Austin Powers.
Oh, no.
Silly. Although there is a good amount of slapstick, and we'll tell you about that later.
I don't know if the slapstick was my favorite. I felt like it was kind of out of place.
I can see that.
I mean, it was cool. It's funny, especially the person doing it. Like, it's really cool.
Which I can't wait to talk about.
We'll find that out. Yeah, and here in a minute. But oh gosh, it's great. It is. It's just more about these characters' lives and them.
Yeah,
enjoying a bit of their life. At this point where they've decided to go to their old summer camp, and what you hear about is what you're gonna get. That's it. It's great.
Yeah, there's nothing like spectacular or surprising. Yeah. It's just a feel. It's a feel good
plot points. It's just goes right through it. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
It is. The golden age of camp for Uncle Lou, played by Alan, the immortal, much missed Alan Arkin. Who doesn't love Alan Arkin?
Bless him. Yeah, he's so good in everything he does.
Gosh, even as a grandpa who shot heroin between his feet in Little Miss Sunshine, I liked
That's true. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He may do heroin. No, okay.
He might have been. But it was the golden age of camp, as he called it. And it's most of the kids that were there around 1972, as it starts at the beginning. So kids probably in their early 30s, maybe 32, 34. Who knows how old they were when they went to camp. So,
that's right,
Siskel and Ebert, do you think they went to camp as young lads?
I'm going to say they had to have.
Yeah.
Like, if they weren't in Boy Scouts, they went to summer camp.
Right. Ebert was Jewish. Do you think he went to some kind of? I'm not making a joke here. Isn't there like a what am I trying to say here? A synagogue type camp sometimes that Jewish kids go to? Am I wrong? In some parts of America,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it sounds right. That sounds familiar, but
should be
Jewish. I got a big schnoz. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe.
But I'm not.
I guarantee you, Siskel probably did a panty raid in his day or two.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for that review? Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm ready for a good Shrek.
Here we are. We're going to share that screen
together and let's. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for activities. And Bill Paxton. I miss him.
You can't use the boats unless you have a white cap. You know the rules. First day at camp, you always have to take a swimming test.
A handful of yuppies return to the summer camp of their youth in Indian summer, a nice, inconsequential piece of nostalgia that probably will have more meaning for kids who went to camp than those who didn't. I did, and I enjoyed it.
Hey, there you go. He had a round.
I was a little worried. He said inconsequential at first.
Well, it's not the most, thing you're going to remember. It's
no. You're right.
Nice.
You're right. The movie, you mean?
Yeah, he was spot on, I think. It doesn't mean it's bad. That doesn't mean it's bad at all, no.
Yeah, like in the 90s, this movie might have showed up on TBS on a Sunday afternoon. You'd be like, oh, Indian Summer. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. I know a lot of people that would actually just love this movie and hold it as one of their favorites, their comfort movie.
Yeah, my mom enjoyed watching it with me. She thought it was very cute, as she said. Very cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
All right, let's do it.
Let's see what's up.
A group arriving for a 20-year reunion organized by the retiring leader of the camp, nicely played in an understated way by Alan Arkin, the most restrained he's been in a film in years.
Having trouble getting up the hill? Want a golf cart? I invite 30 people from the golden age of this place up, and what do I get? I get you guys. It's a sad state of affairs.
Each of the returning campers has a private agenda, including Bill Paxton. You might remember him as the hick sheriff in One False Move from last year. He was kicked out of camp years ago. Diane Lane is recovering from the car accident death of her husband.
How come you never called any of us?
I didn't have anything to say.
So why'd you come back now?
This call reminded me there was something I needed to take care of. And an insight to make. Plus, I thought it'd be a...
Hey, why walk someplace when you can run? Glenn and I run 3 miles every morning as a warm-up before we work out. Right, baby?
We really ought to spend the rest of this week coming up with an elaborate way to kill those two.
And during the week, as you might expect, the former camper with a bad marriage, Vincent Spano, flirts with an extramarital affair with his old girlfriend, Elizabeth Perkins, playing a major cynic.
Why are we doing this?
It's Elizabeth Perkins, yeah.
Elizabeth Perkins playing Elizabeth Perkins, the sardonic, sarcastic. That's Elizabeth Perkins in most movies.
True. Yeah.
Except for, do you remember she was Wilma Flintstone in The Flintstones?
I do. She was actually good.
She was. You know, she's had like a solid career before this movie and continuing after this movie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right.
Was she in one of the Mannequin movies? Is that right?
No,
What am I
I
thinking
don't
of?
think so. Are you thinking of Kim Cattrall or sweet little
No.
Sophia from Goldie Girls?
Oh.
Right? No, she was in Big. She was the girl
in
that
Big, yeah.
she was the girl that Tom
remember
Hanks fell
that.
for. and
Okay,
then
she was in
discovered he's
something
a
else.
boy
I was
again.
thinking.
Oh, well, let's see. I wrote a few down. She was in He Said, She Said. She was a voice in Finding Nemo. She's the voice of Aunt May in the Spider-Verse cartoons.
Oh, nice. I
Yes,
didn't know
yes.
that. That's cool.
And she was in the prequel to 28 Days Later called 28 Days. That was the weirdest quartet of movies. It started off as Sandra Bullock seeking help for her alcohol addiction, and then boom, zombies in London.
That's true. Yeah. Weird thing. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Vincent Spano, I swore I thought he was in so much more because I thought I remember in the 90s becoming a teenager and seeing Vincent Spano and everything, and he wasn't. He was in a couple of big movies. Like he was in Alive about that Uruguayan soccer team that had lunch. Yeah, about the tragedy.
Oh my
of Ethan
God.
Hawke.
Oh no.
Sorry. He was in a couple things. He was in a couple of mainstream movies, and then some straight up B movies and stuff. He was in the third film in the Prophecy series, which I bet you didn't even know there was a series.
Yeah, I did. I just hadn't seen any but the first one. Great. It was good. I like it.
Yeah. I saw the first one too. Yeah, Vincent Spano. So I thought he was in so much more, but apparently he wasn't. So
Interesting.
he just has that face. Yeah. I will say, what he said about Alan Arkin made me laugh so hard. He goes, playing an understatement, probably the most relaxed, or was it the most restrained he's been in years? I'm like,
Yeah.
what the heck was...
Was he hopped up on, pills or something?
Was he on heroin before
don't know.
1993?
He's all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I'll come at you like a spider monkey, Siskel.
All right, let's get to the review. Oh, what's this?
Well, I got to say this real quick. What he said about Bill Paxton, I love that he referenced the indie movie he was in a year before, One False Move, which was the first movie that my parents noticed Billy Bob Thornton in. It's a really good thriller. But why didn't he say Bill Paxton, who was in Aliens or Predator 2? Right?
I don't know. Yeah,
It's funny he names the indie movie he was in.
that's true.
But
Yeah.
I just want to say this real quick. I miss Bill Paxton so much. He was in so many of my favorite movies.
Oh yeah.
He was a really good actor. He could do maniacal. He could do calm, but maniacal. He was so good. Every time you saw him, he always looked a little unhinged.
Yeah.
No
in everything
matter
he's
the role.
maniacal, but he's a different version of maniacal in everything.
Right, like in Twister. He's a nice, normal guy, but he wants to ride that wind.
That's right.
Now, let's get back to the review. Sorry.
What are we doing?
We should go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Uncle Lou.
What do they call it? He was dirty dogging it or something. What was
Yes,
it?
Lou
dogging it?
would patrol the camp at night to make sure campers stayed in their cabins, and he would call it doing a dirty dog. Are you doing a dirty
Oh,
dog?
that's it. Doing a dirty dog. Maybe he's gonna say it.
Isn't this a wonderful old cabin? Wiley Coder and I put up in the spring of 1953.
The camaraderie of these people seems genuine. I did actually feel as though they might have gone to camp together. The movie wasn't all hijinks. Psychologically, I thought it was probably true in its portrait of well-off kids who didn't want to grow up. I had more smiles and laughs at Indian Summer, but I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it in just about the same way that you did. This is not a great film, but it's a warm and it's a sweet film.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
I completely agree with them. Like I said, it's not laugh out loud funny, even though there are some really funny gags and laughs in it.
Yeah, it's not meh and it's not whoa, but it's in between there, nice.
Also, it's like meow.
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 Something like that. Yeah, it's true. All-star cast though, but let's go ahead and see what Ebert has to say here at the beginning second.
Wow, who's the man? The dark
Film,
hat?
but it's a warm and it's a sweet film.
Yes.
And one of the things it reveals is no matter how old we get to be and how much success we have, there's still a little bit of the 13-year-old camper in all of us, and those phony traditions involving the Indian chiefs and the the camp songs and chants and so forth still have the ability to reawaken emotions that we thought were dead long ago.
Well, I had all those feelings, and I thought of the nicest of the Alan Arkin character, who devotes his life basically to raising.
What's that?
Adjust your antenna.
Oh yeah, hold on. The gravity.
Go to the roof, matches. Go to the roof.
Kids during the summer. It's a wonderful thing. I mean, he's a great teacher, and it was just nice, and it looked pretty.
And it's nice the way right at the beginning he says, okay, the boys all go over to the boys' cabin, and the girls go to the girls' cabin, and these 35-year-olds are standing around realizing that actually it does make sense.
That's good.
It is funny because, so it's like 7 of the old friends of, what did he say? He invited 30 people. It's like 7 of them. And then one of them brings along his 21-year-old hotsy-totsy girlfriend, played by.
What is her name? I can't remember.
Kimberly Williams Paisley now.
That's right. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. You might have known her a year or two before as the bride and father of the bride. Yeah. Full circle. She's wonderful. She is married to Brad Paisley. Do what now?
Oh, wait, she is married to Brad Paisley? I was wondering about that.
Yeah, no, she's not his sister. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I was wondering about that hyphenated last name. I was like, that's a coincidence. There's also a country singer name.
Like Susan Sarandon?
Yep.
Yeah. Of course, Susan Sarandon got her name from Chris Sarandon after they divorced. I bet no one even remembers that.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah,
much like Tina Turner, but he was not like Ike Turner, so I think Chris Sarandon was a good guy. Maybe a jerk sometimes. So yeah, Kimberly Williams Paisley is in this movie, and we kind of see the camp and all their past and all their stories through her eyes, because they're constantly saying in jokes and words that only they knew, like, for instance, it's the first time besides the actor who played Nosferatu originally that you heard the word Shrek. What's a Shrek, Matches?
A Shrek, apparently, is summer camp hijinks. Or a prank, basically.
It's a prank. And apparently, Kevin Pollak, who, by the way, I love Kevin Pollak.
I do, too. Me and a friend were at a karaoke in Little Rock one night. We saw someone who looked a lot like him, and we could not remember his name for the life of us.
But it wasn't him. It just looked like
wasn't him. It just looked like him. But we all knew who we were thinking of. We just didn't have any way to figure out. And I was like, maybe he's in this. And I went to my mind palace. I was like, I see him in my name. I know he does a mean Christopher Walken impression. I saw him once on a late night show doing Christopher Walken. He's fabulous. I just kind of went through the thing until I finally got to Kevin Pollak.
I'm glad you brought that up. I just want to say real quick, Kevin Pollak's character, Brad Berman, is quintessential Kevin Pollak because he's really good at playing the uncomfortable, nebbishy, kind of, complaining nerd guy. He's great at that. He's great at that because Kevin Pollak, you may not remember this, actually started off in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he started going into acting and he kind of became that. And you're right. Apparently, Kevin Pollak I think he's underrated on this. He does great. And I have a fun fact to tell you. Okay, you may know about this. You may or may not. So apparently he was really excited to work with Alan Arkin because one of his favorite movies was the Alan Arkin and Peter Falk movie, the original The In-Laws from the late 70s.
Really?
The In-Laws. Now, Peter Falk, you may remember as Columbo. One more question. Peter Falk, he was wonderful. So
I only
apparently
remember him as the old man on Vibe.
Yes, you only remember him as the old man.
It's all you've ever seen him in.
Really? You didn't watch the Columbo made-for-TV movies when we were kids?
What's that?
The Columbo is my mic okay? Hello.
What's that word?
They had Columbo. What? Can you see me?
I've never heard of it. Yeah, I don't know.
Columbo. Shut your mouth. You know who Columbo was. He was the rebel old detective who was like, my question. Anyway, not the point. So apparently he did a really good Peter Falk, but he also did a really good Alan Alda. So Alan Arkin, not Alan Alda. Sorry, that's the original Hawkeye. Yeah. So they meet on set for the first time, and Alan Arkin says, "Hey, I hear you do a really good Peter Falk. Can I hear it?" And he starts doing it for him, and he goes, "Can you do me?" And Kevin Pollak's like, "Yes, it's time to do it." So he starts talking like Alan Arkin.
Yeah.
And dude, you've got to look up on YouTube or something his Alan Arkin impression. It is, if you were not looking at him, you would think he was Alan Arkin.
Oh, I believe it. That dude is gifted. He's not he's an impersonator. He's not a, whatever you call it. He's not a trick pony.
That good. I didn't even know he was that good at impressions. I knew he was good at jokes and comedy movies and occasional drama, like Usual Suspects.
That's right.
Let's not forget that. So he's doing it, and Alan Arkin goes, I don't like it. Don't do that. I don't like it. So he said there were 3 times in his life that he got to torment Alan Arkin. Mm-hmm. The first time, after the movie was over, he calls up Alan Arkin, and his answer machine answers. So he leaves a message as Alan Arkin, leaving himself a message going, Alan, don't forget, you got to pick up some goldfish feed. And he's like doing all this. And then when he sees Alan Arkin again, he's like, don't ever do that again. It took me 9 minutes to realize I hadn't left myself a message.
Are you serious?
Yes. Second time, Alan Arkin is on The Immortal. We talked about Larry King before. He's on Larry King's show. Yeah. Kevin Pollak is sitting on his couch watching with his wife. He has the hotline number that Larry King had given him because he'd been on the show previously. So he calls the hotline, and Larry King's like, all right, we're going to take some callers. We got a guy in Chicago. And he starts talking as Alan Arkin, and he's like, Larry, what are you doing? It's me, Alan Arkin. Someone kidnapped me, and I've been kidnapped for several days. I don't know who that is. He said Alan Arkin buried his face in his hands, looked at the camera, and goes, oh my gosh, Kevin, stop it. And then the third time, he called Paul Reiser's answer machine and left a message about how he would like Paul Reiser from Aliens to come and stay with him next time he's in town. So he sees Paul Reiser months later. He goes, it's the weirdest thing. Alan Arkin called me up out of nowhere. And Kevin was like, that was me. And he's like, you son of a bee. Because I called Alan Arkin and he didn't remember calling me. And then he sees Alan Arkin. And Alan Arkin's like, I don't even know the guy. And now he's staying at my house.
Oh my God, that's so good.
He's got a whole routine about it. So apparently he had fun with his Alan Arkin impression. I know that was long, but I just wanted to
say. That's good. No, there's not many stories to go around about the movie, except for the director did go here for summer camp. And Sam Raimi, who is in the movie, was his childhood friend that went to the same camp as well. Yeah. So
now,
that's kind of why this movie exists, is because they're older now. They went to this camp.
Is the actual Camp Tamaqua in I wrote
Ontario.
It down. It isn't. What'd you say?
Ontario.
You spoiled it. Yeah, it's a real camp where it's actually said, and him and Sam Raimi were childhood friends. Apparently, Binder went there for 10 years of his life.
Wow.
So, and like you said, he wrote the whole movie about what it would be like to come back as an adult. And he based Uncle Lou on a real life, camp, whatever you call the person in charge of the camp head. I don't know.
The head.
But
camp, I don't remember.
There's some things to say about the movie. We can talk about the great cast. We talked
it would
about
be camp director. I think it's the camp director.
Camp director. That's it. You did mention Sam Raimi. Who's Sam Raimi matches for those who may not ever listen to our podcast?
Yeah, Sam Raimi. He made a movie once. It was called Tin Cup. It was very good. It had Kevin Costner in it, and I don't know if he did anything else.
Did he make Tin Cup? I thought he made For the Love of the Game.
No, he made Tin Cup. I don't know. He might have made For the Love of the Game too, but he did make Tin Cup. Yeah. So it was Oscar nominated.
Yeah, he only made that movie?
Yeah, we made Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead 3, Army of Darkness.
He made a little trilogy called Spider the Man. You may remember that.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi's one of my favorite directors of all time, which is why I was so excited he was going to do the Doctor Strange sequel. And you can say what you want, but I enjoyed it because of the Raimi touch.
I love that movie. It is literally my comfort movie. It's so good.
Are you being serious?
I'm serious. Yeah, I love that movie. Okay. It's one of my favorite Marvels, and everyone hated it.
I didn't hate it. I loved it.
No, I love Thor, Love and Thunder. I loved Eternals, and I love this one. I just loved them all.
Okay. I don't feel the same way about Eternals, but Love and Thunder I thought was a big, funny mess. It was great.
Man. It had screaming goats. What else do you need? Come on.
That's true. And lots of New Zealand exits. But Sam Raimi, of course, has a small role because he's done a bit of acting, some in his own films, but he's also adept in acting. He plays the hapless, very clumsy handyman Stick, who is the son of the old handyman Wiley Coder. And when Kevin Pollak's character goes, Stick Coder, was your dad Wiley Coder? He goes, yeah. He goes, oh, he hated me. And he goes, are you Brad Berman? And he's like, yes. He goes, yep, he sure did.
Yeah, I remember that was funny. Yeah.
And this was the slapstick I was talking about with Stick. He brings the slapstick, and you said you thought maybe it was forced or out of place. Like he can't drive a boat.
I mean,
he can't stop.
It was cute. It was funny. It was like, It was fine. I just don't know where it came from. I mean, like, I don't know. It's fine.
I don't say Raven was great, but yeah,
did he get the girl at the end? What happened? I don't know.
I'm not sure. Let's just go ahead and say it. So Matt Craven, who plays Jamie, the one guy in every group who's a jerk, and you're not sure why you're friends with him. We talked about this earlier, but you just are. Matt Craven, who has apparently been in a lot more than Vince Spano than I even knew. He's been in everything from he was on Justified for a while.
Oh,
he was
I looked it up. Yeah, he's on so many things I didn't even know.
Yeah, of things. You don't even know it. Yeah. So yeah, he's the one who is Kimberly Williams'
Hold on
boyfriend.
1 second. What are we doing from here? Because we're almost out of time. We're still going. We're still going. We got to wrap it up.
Well, I just wanted to talk about the cast.
I know, but we're almost out of time. Yeah, very best things.
I'm sorry. Did my Kevin Pollak story go too long?
No, that was awesome. We needed that. And then we needed Sam Raimi.
Well, let me finish the thing about the cast. Is that okay? Can I finish the thing about the cast?
Yeah.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1. So you got Matt Craven, then you got Julie Warner, who isn't acting as much as she was today, but she was in Doc Hollywood, and she was in Tommy Boy.
That's it. Yeah. And Tommy Boy, she's the love interest.
You better pray to the God of skinny punks.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then we would be remiss in not mentioning Diane Lane.
Yeah, Diane Lane was good in this. I was like,
oh, she was so good.
I know her. And then I looked it up.
Oh, yeah, Diane Lane's in everything. Unfortunately, she was in Judge Dredd, but she's in so much better movies. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I thought her and Julie Warner at the time were, wow.
She's great. I was looking at IMDb, and it said she plays herself, and she also plays someone named Claire in a flashback. And I was trying to remember a flashback.
Yes.
What was that about?
Okay, so she's lost her husband like a year ago.
Yeah.
She's still grieving, but she goes to the camp reunion to maybe work through her grief, and try to find a way out. And Bill Paxton kind of has a little crush on her. And so he tries to kiss her. She won't let herself be open to love. And Alan Arkin tells her a story about an old couple who lived on the lake. And apparently the old man died. And the old lady, had his body thrown in the lake. Okay, that's one. And then she spent 15 years doing nothing and just pining. And then her body was thrown in the lake. That means there's 2 bodies in the lake. But the old lady for 5 seconds is played by Diane Lane, looking like an old lady.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
And I do have one more thing to say. Bill Paxton, his character, he got kicked out of camp notoriously when he was a kid.
We didn't know why, did we? No one knew why.
Yeah, no, we found out why.
We did find out why, but I'm just saying.
I was going to say, mystery solved, yeah. Apparently he had taken Lou's boxing championship trophy and buried it somewhere. And the reason he did it, man.
Blatant racism.
I mean, I would say prejudice, but yes. Apparently in 1970, before the other kids came, before Bill Paxton came, they found out from other counselors that he had hired a counselor over the phone. And this was 1970, and not everyone had an open attitude, unfortunately, about race. We were getting there.
Yeah.
People were getting there. The counselor turned out to be black. So when he gets off the bus, Lou, in his mind, he thought it would be awkward. He thought he would feel alienated. And he thought, people are not going to like it. So he saved him. I guess instead of letting him make his own way,
experience,
giving him the benefit of the doubt,
he decided
paid his bus fare.
I get it. I get where he's coming from. And I was thinking that would be the case when I was seeing the story unfold. It wasn't going to be like, oh, you're a black man, get out of here,
Yeah, right.
It wasn't
he thought he was doing the right thing. But then he tells Bill Paxton that is the one thing in his life he regrets. He said he should have let it play out. He feels terrible about what he did. And Bill Paxton took his trophy to knock him off his high horse. So they come to a nice little resolution. And he spends half of the movie trying to find the trophy. And he finally finds it and he gets it back. And then I just want to tell you, the ending is so sweet because Bill Paxton and Diane Lane finally get together. And as everybody is leaving, oh, and by the way, Kimberly Williams Paisley breaks up with Jamie because he's a jerk. He's just using her to show off.
Jerk, yeah.
Yeah. Remember the scene when she pulls up in the canoe and she's topless to prove a point to him, and all the guys are like,
I like Alan Arkin was like, no, who's asking you to leave?
No one's asking her to leave, Jamie. It's fine. She's like, sorry if I offended you. And they're like, it's fine.
It's fine. They're just staring.
So Alan Arkin is going to close the camp. This was his last year because, as he says, I can't relate to the kids anymore with the boom boxes and the headphones.
Yep.
He would be really out of place today. So basically, they decide they're going to take the camp from Uncle Lou. He's going to give it to him, and they run it. And at the very end, You see these kids coming and they're waving to them. And I don't know, there's just a sweetness about that ending. You know?
Oh, yeah. They started their life as like the camp directors. And it's going to go well
together.
for them. Yeah. They're cute young people.
It's a feel-good movie. I just like the movie. Like we said, there's nothing special. There's some funny things in it. And, and the Shreks that they do on Kevin Pollak are hilarious. Like the usual, put the hand in the water.
If I didn't hate that Jamie guy so much. And I mean, I call these crimes against Kevin Pollak because I love him, though he is a douche canoe in this story. He's a business fan. He's a kind of a jerk. He's a downer. Yeah.
He keeps, the minute he gets there, he's like, is this smaller? Did this shrink? I thought it was bigger. Everything is tinier.
And he gets to the cabin. It smells like urine. And then,
smells like pee.
And then it goes to Elizabeth Perkins. And what is she's like? She said something.
She's like, it didn't get smaller.
Wet.
You got bigger.
Yeah. And then everything's wet.
Yeah. Well, their bags were wet because Stick dropped them in the water trying to get them out of the boat.
Yeah. I think they should have gotten together.
Stick and Jennifer?
Jennifer and Kevin Pollak.
Oh, Kevin Pollak. No, they would have been two. That's too much sardonic.
Well, we got to say how we felt about it, Shannon. How we feel about the review, first of all.
I will say, Brad does pull at the end an awesome Shrek. He gets everybody to go out and look at Bill Paxton and Diane Lane in a boat together, and then he unties the dock, and they float off.
Oh, very nice.
That's what makes him king of the Shreks. So what did you think about this movie, Matches? You know, I suggested it. I thought it's summertime. Kids are going to camp. You know?
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I like it. I'm going to give the review, like, it's not like the review is way up here, but it's not down here. It's kind of like, oh, it's really nice. It was a nice review. I liked it.
What's your criteria?
The movie, well, I don't know. It was just, I liked how they said, I mean, it's literally a nothing burger, but I really like it.
It's a delicious nothing burger.
Yeah, but I love it. Yeah, I just like how it was kind of that kind of tone, I guess. And the movie, I'm going to give it, let's see. I hadn't even thought about this yet. Okay. I'm actually going to give it, there's no reason to give it a low score. It's not a bad movie. You know, I'm not going to give it 5. I'm not going to give it a 3. That's crazy. That's a bad score almost. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get in between there and give it a soft 4 douche canoes out of 4.
Douche canoes. Well,
4 douche canoes out of 5.
I'm glad you added a 5th douche canoe. I was worried because there's 5 episodes. I do know what you meant. Well, I like this movie. It's always stayed with me. If I see it on a streaming service, I'm probably going to watch it. So I like it. So I am also going to, because it's not like the greatest movie. It's not the most hilarious movie. Like I probably wouldn't have bought it on DVD.
I wouldn't even consider it a comedy myself, but you do. So
it's a comedy drama. More of a drama.
It's a light drama with some antics.
Northern exposure without the quirk. Dramedy. Yeah. It does have some antics. Yes. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 Wakandas. And I don't mean where Black Panther lives. Apparently in this movie, Wakanda is the Indian god of weather. So normally this is the time when what happens, Matches?
The Shannon sings us.
Yeah, and I'm going to do it. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention a quick thing about Indian Summer that I forgot to say. There is a camp hottie, as there were always camp hotties, right, Matches?
Yeah.
The unattainable goddess, like, who is she? Was she sculpted? Mattel made her? I don't know. And in this movie, it's a little cutie named Ida Heinken. And apparently, all the guys were crazy about her. And here's a fun fact. She was played by Kimberly William Paisley's sister, who you would not have recognized then. But now you know her from every third Hallmark film. And she was on a few seasons of How I Met Your Mother. She's just delightful. I love her. Actually,
okay.
I do.
Nice.
Yeah. They were in a Hallmark Christmas movie together. You got to watch it.
I will not.
But
Thank you.
No, you don't have to watch it. It's fine. But you do have to listen to my song. I was inspired by Indian Summer to write this wonderful song with an original melody that you've never heard before. And I think you're really going to like it. Just real quick, Matches. Ask me about camp.
Hey, Shannon, how was camp?
Summer camp had me a blast. Summer camp, it's in the past. Raced a girl, but she beat me. Saw a moose, the cabin smelled like pee. Canada days, lots of fun there. But oh, that's summer camp. Well, we aged more. How'd the camp get so small? We age more, that guy from Twister so tall. Shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, here comes a Shrek. Shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, why is everything wet? We got old, hate to hear the bell ring. We got old, eine Heineken swing. Now we're older, but we're still friends. Old love blooms, some new love ends. Just don't let stick dry the boat. Kevin Pollak got one last joke. Summer fun feels kinda damp, but that summer camp, we got old. I know, like rocking and rolling and whatnot. It's like, I can't believe it. Hey, it's so weird. All right. So you loved it.
It was great.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, something we're all going to love. Mine and Match's fifth favorite part of the show. What is it, Matches?
It's the new and improved and shorter video movie corner. Pick of the week.
Did you say new and improved?
And shorter.
It does. Well, it will be. Maybe we're going to do it in 2 seconds. We're trying shorter shows, people. Well, hopefully it's just as funny. Okay. So, it's a video movie corner pick of the week. Explain that, Matches.
Oh, this is this part of the show where we take your hand down to the video movie corner down the street and we recommend you a title on video. It could be a new release. It could be an old release. Right. Like, Shannon, do you have a video movie corner pick of the week?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do have a video movie corner pick of the week. I'm glad you asked. Keeping with the summer theme, I picked a film that reminds me of Indian Summer in a lot that it's not over the top hilarious. Although it is really funny. It made a good splash. A lot of people like it. Some people never heard of it. I'm talking about 2013's The Way, Way Back. This is a good film, written and directed.
Oh.
The Way, Way Back. Written and directed by 2 actors named Nat Faxon and Jim Rash. Jim Rash, you might know as the Dean in Community, and Nat Faxon you've seen in everything, especially like the Broken Lizard stuff, but they're both hilarious. I didn't know they had this talent. They wrote and directed this film. It's basically about this boy who goes on a not wanted summer vacation with his mom and her boyfriend, played perfectly by Steve Carell, who plays a very surprisingly good jerk in this movie. Yeah, and I'm not even counting the movie where he killed Mark Ruffalo. This movie, you will not like Steve Carell, and he does a good job of making you not like him.
Wow.
So they go on vacation in Massachusetts, and he's not having fun. So he goes to explore the town and finds this water park that's ran by, this has a great cast. It's ran by Sam Rockwell. Maya Rudolph is there. Rob Corddry is in the movie. He starts working at the water park, and it's basically like a coming of age. He kind of falls in love with the Soul Surfer girl and a Sophia Robb. Water park fun. There's slides. There's pop and lock dancing. This is a good film. I do recommend it. I think it's a fun little, like I said, it's not showy. It's not show-offy. Much like Indian Summer, I think it'll make you feel good and make you nostalgic for days gone by. So my video movie pick of the week is The Way, Way Back. And that comes from when Steve Carell, as they're driving to their destination, asks him, where do you think you are in life? How would you rate yourself? And he's like, I don't know, a 6. And Steve Carell, as his potential stepdad, says, I put you more at a 3. Some people are in the back. You're in the way, way back. He is a douche canoe, as you said in this movie.
That's great. Yeah.
Yep. So
I've heard of the movie. I've never seen it, I don't think.
Really?
You said, did Jim Rash write it? Or
Jim Rash and Nat Faxon both wrote it and directed it.
Yeah.
They're like
was Jim
Daniels,
Rash
or
in
the
it?
Wachowskis or the Coens.
Yeah, Jim Rash has an Oscar for something.
What?
Yeah. He wrote a movie with, what's his name? And correct me if I'm wrong, but he wrote a movie with, is it Danny Strong?
Okay. I know Danny Strong, Jonathan from Buffy.
He played Jonathan in Buffy. They both a movie, and they won an Oscar for it. They wrote it together. If I'm not mistaken, Danny Strong wrote The Help, I think. I'm not sure. I'm maybe making things up.
He might have had something to do with it.
Like, yeah, he's a really talented screenwriter and an Oscar winner. So they all are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't remember what movie it was, but I'll find out later. It's fine.
Yeah. Jim Rash is just hilarious. You know,
He is. I love him.
and you can stream the way back on Prime Video. And now, Matches, tell us, what is your video movie picking and grinning of the week?
Shannon, my
What?
video movie corner pick of the week is a movie that I saw. I knew
Bring it forward.
not much about. I knew it was the director of one of my favorite little films, The Host, and it's called Snowpiercer. No, it's just
Not
called
the
Snowpiercer.
TV show on TNT,
Yeah, that's
which
right.
is based on the movie. Yes.
Yeah, the movie's fantastic. I have not seen the TV show yet. I heard good
I haven't
things.
either. I mean, tell us about the movie.
Oh, there you go. Okay, you froze for a second for me. Sorry.
So did you. This is so weird.
Nice.
Elsa.
Cool.
Is Elsa here?
I love it. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, Snowpiercer's great, man. Snowpiercer is about a train at the end of the world, basically. Everything is covered in ice. Nothing is inhabitable. And from the back of the car to you've got their class system. The poors, of course, are in the back. All the way up to middle class, all the way up to higher class. And
Just
this
like
is about
Titanic.
a rebellion that happens from the very back to the very front.
Would you say from the way back?
No. I don't know what that means, Shannon. Can't even keep a straight face. Oh, well. But it's funny. It's over the top. It's a really good social
Is it really?
commentary. And I think, you're going to love it if you hadn't seen it.
Isn't Chris Evans in it? Am I wrong?
Yeah. Have you not seen it?
No, I've heard of it. I've heard of
Oh
it.
my gosh. It's fantastic.
I don't think I saw trailers. I just remember seeing it somewhere, seeing of it.
Yeah. Get that. Get on that. It's going to be one of your favorite movies. It was.
Okay.
I like Parasite a whole lot, but I like Snowpiercer better.
Oh, this is Boone
Yeah.
June Hopick,
Boone John Ho. Yeah, that's it.
not John Woo. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Mine and Matches video. Matches and I would like to read some letters from camp. Would you like to go first, Matches? I've got a few.
You?
Oh, we have many hours to go. Just come on. We're doing heat here.
All right. Dear Elizabeth Perkins, my name is Matches and I am 10 years old.
Wait, what? I thought it was a letter from camp. Okay.
I'm at Camp Maple Ridge for 2 weeks. We watched your movie Indian Summer in the Arts and Crafts room because the counselor in charge of archery lost the arrows. I liked your acting a lot. You were the thoughtful older lady in the group. Not super old, just older than the others, I think. Seemed like someone who would know what to do if a raccoon got inside a cabin, or if a kid had questions about life. You made me think of my mom's friend Carol, who drinks tea and listens real hard when you talk. I like how your character always looked like she was remembering something important from childhood. Maybe something with a canoe or a hurtful letter. If a kid, here, I have a burning question for you. This is why I'm writing you. If a kid at camp accidentally peed in a canoe and didn't tell anyone, and then a different kid sat in it later and got mad, should the first kid admit it or just let time pass and hope nature takes its course? I ask because this happened to someone in my cabin and they are wondering. You seem like the kind of older lady who would give a fair answer, not just
Gobbledygook.
Sincerely, Matches, cabin 4B, bottom bunk, next to the emergency flashlight.
Well, did she write you back? Dear, I can see it now. Dear Matches, get off my lawn, you wretch. Well, I've got a few here. Let's start off with, I got some interesting ones. Here's one. It says, hello, Mutta. Hello, Fada. Greetings from camp, marijuana. Oh, gosh, no, I can't read that.
Oh,
I
no.
can't read.
Next.
Moving on.
Next.
Dear Mom and Dad and Mom's secret friend, Lance. You know what? I'm going to skip
Oh, wow.
that one. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay.
Next.
Dearest parents, greetings from Camp UB Trippin'. We are having a really good time out here in this location, which I don't know where it's at because they have high walls. We have fun activities like sewing, manufacturing. We do lots of fun things. We make sneakers.
Manufacturing?
We make jerseys. The rooms are very
no.
small and don't have a lot of air in them, but that's okay, because that just makes us work faster. And we are having a good time at Arts and Crafts, which for some reason lasts 20 hours a day. We've already lost a few kids to the heat stroke and to the whippings, but I do believe this camp experience is going to be, they said, just do it. Love your son.
That's a sweatshop. That's a children's sweatshop.
Oh my gosh, I think you're right. Dear Mom and Dad, it has now been 5 years since I've been at Camp Boom Shakalaka. I'm waiting for you to pick me up. They made me an honorary counselor. You know what? I'm just put that down.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. The ending of Indian Summer is kind of fun. Did you watch the whole credits? Okay.
I can't remember what happened, but I remember something happened.
Well,
what happened?
every time Sam Raimi's on screen, I kid you not, I can see how you would think the slapstick is forced because they play this do 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 do. But it's like,
oh no, they're really playing the Hello Mother. Hello, Father.
In the credits. Yeah, I'm just talking about every time Sam Raimi's on screen by himself, they play the.
No, they're playing that too. It's a little,
they are. Yes. Okay. So Sam Raimi's sitting in the woods, staring at a moose for the entire credits, and you just see Sam Raimi sitting there, speaking to her, and they're playing "Hello, Mother."
Yep.
Hello, Father. Greetings from Camp Granada.
Yeah, before it was just the instrumental, and then it was the actual song. So yeah.
Yes. It's a classic camp song of all the things that are going wrong. And then after that song's done, it plays the wacky stick music, and he just sits there for the entire credits. Then he gets up, goes this way, realizes he's gone the wrong way, and goes that way.
Oh, we should do that now.
Okay, that sounds good. Wait, before we do that, where do they find us?
Oh, go ahead and find us at right here where you're watching us on YouTube. You can comment down below. You can comment down below on Spotify. Listen to us on Spotify sometime. We've got Apple Podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts. We've got an email. We've got nomspodcast@gmail.com. Okay, so he went this way.
Yeah, I gotta go.
And then he went this way. And then he went this way.
Have fun at camp, kids.
Nom nom nom.
Nom nom nom.